What's up, you guys? The F-Pace, I have to run it down back to Land Rover Jaguar of Victoria. Finally, our Range Rover Sport is finished. It got, I'll tell you in the vehicle raining out. It's gross, our sun went away. Whoa. So, here you go, Jaguar's F-Pace. This has been a pretty enjoyable vehicle. I must admit, as a loaner, definitely significantly better on fuel than the Range Rover Sport autobiography that Land Rover was so kind enough to lend to us. We just got tired of the $400 a week gas bill because we're used to essentially driving the exact same vehicle but with the diesel engine, and it gets 850 kilometers. Range for $85 with a diesel. Yeah, it was a big bill. We got tired of it, traded it in for this. This has been definitely better. So check this thing out. We haven't really shown you the F-Pace. This is, again, just a loaner, and yeah, it's not bad. We've enjoyed it. I have to drop this off, go pick up the Range Rover, and hopefully get a more informative answer as to what the hell happened to where they tried putting in injectors, that didn't work, and then they went as far as swapping out an entire motor on a brand new 2016 Range Rover. Odd. So let's get down there and see what they have to say. Oh-ho! There she is, you guys. Ah, I missed this thing. All right, let's go get the keys. Service drop, that'd be us. By the way, this is a pretty interesting gear lever. Nice clear reverse camera. But check this out. If you turn the vehicle off, it actually goes in into the console. What do you guys think of that? Gimmicky or cool? I think it's kind of neat. Okay. Oh, by the way, I got a new iPhone. I finally got the iPhone X. I really honestly don't get what all the hype's about. It doesn't really seem any different from my iPhone 7 Plus other than the fact that it's smaller. Okay guys, bye-bye to the F-Pace, and we are going back into the Range Rover. I'm so happy to have my vehicle back. Honestly, I've also missed the 22-inch wheels. So let me explain a few things. Oh yes. Oh, I missed my Range Rover. I absolutely love this vehicle. Now, here's what you gotta know. I know a lot of people were bashing this brand, get rid of the Range Rover, blah, blah, blah. This has been my fifth Range Rover. I've never had issues with these vehicles. This is the first time I've had anything major other than basic wear and tear on brakes and stuff in, what's it going on, like 15 years? 10 years. 10 years since I bought my first one. I've had a great experience. Now, what's different about this one is this is a diesel engine. All my other ones were the gas supercharged vehicles. So I don't know if that's the main contributing factor, but here's what I gotta tell you. They couldn't, at the end of the day, figure out what was going on with the engine. Not to their fault, but they just got to a point where they were like, look, instead of wasting any more time of the clients, mine and my wife's, we're just gonna put a new engine in it. It's under warranty, that's a quick fix, it's the quickest fix, instead of just diagnosing and not solving the problem. So that's what they did. They ordered us a new engine, installed it, called us, and when I picked it up just now, I said, hey, you know, what happened, you guys? They said, we honestly don't know. We never got to that point. Now, if they tell us in the near future what happened, or if they find out, they're gonna tell us. They're gonna contact me and say, hey, this is what we found. Diesel engines are not meant to be warmed up, and my wife loves to warm up the vehicle. And so with our other vehicles, you know, like the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, or any other gas-powered engine, it's okay to let it sit and warm up for 5 or 10 minutes. This is not okay to do that. So you need to get in it and go. That's a possible reason why all that carbon buildup was in there, and one of the reasons why the engine was running so poorly, but ultimately we don't have the exact answer. I've been looking at replacement for the Ferrari Scuderia. Whole new topic. Let's go to our friends at Silver Arrow and see what they have, and start talking about what would be a good replacement for the 430. We've already looked at Porsche, ironically, which is right across the street. I don't think a Porsche is in my near future. Okay guys, let's go into Silver Arrow and see what these guys got for inventory. I know they got a bunch of new exciting cars. V8 and then V10. Joel was telling me something about R8s that I was like, come on. And
well, you know what? This is just a good way to find out if the research I did is wrong.
Yeah, we'll make everybody has to go and look for this information.
Actually, what I'd really like to know, and I can't find out, is the breakdown on production. In 2012 in Canada, both of these being Canadian cars, the production run is said to be 116 units. And that's spread between V10s, V8s, Spiders, Artronics, manuals. R8s. In 2012. Down how many would be manual, how many would be V10, how many are V8s, and how many are Spiders.
So Artronic or manual were your only two gearbox options.
Yeah.
And so what were you thinking?
Which I drove these back to back for a client today. Yeah. And I think everyone likes to bag on single clutch automatic transmissions, but I think you got to cut them a little bit of slack. Kind of neat is a little plug for VF Engineering. They do make a software change so that it shifts much more efficiently. Really?
Yeah. So this is up for grabs. So if you want, you can take it with the Golf colors that Graphic Effects did, or if you want it without the Graphic Effects colors or Golf colors, it's white underneath. You guys have a soft spot for white cars, like.
I don't know what's going on. There's white everywhere.
White. I don't know. That's important because even though this is the #1 replaced part on a Porsche, is this plastic Ferrari Lamborghini front lip. You're like, we'll charge you $2,000. That's not even an Italian accent. This is really cool. We'll get to this in a second. I know you guys are looking at this. I love it. Look what he did. That's a very expensive option.
And then, I think $750.
$750.
17.
Yeah.
GTS 2, or just GTS, you wouldn't really say 2, but rear-wheel drive. He was really looking forward to it. With the local Porsche dealership, they spent a bunch of time on walking through all the different options, stuffed it with everything. So he did really cool stuff like, normally GTSs would have center lock wheels.
This is actually unique, a rear windshield wiper.
It's a big throwback to cars of the 80s and even 90s too.
These being painted is all an option.
Model designation delete, so there's nothing that tells you what model it is in the back.
He's got the red seat belts. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, this thing is nice. Painted vents. What's the story on this thing?
This is really cool.
This thing is really cool. I wanted this car so bad after watching Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2.
When they were drifting this car, like 3 lanes back and forth, avoiding the boats coming off.
It sounded so good.
Oh, I mean, this car was just, I was like, I need to win the lottery at like, I don't know how old I was.
It's an 03.
The interior in this is stupid clean.
It's like brand new.
It is literally.
I haven't driven it. Robert took it out for photos, and he came back and he made a point of commenting that the F1 gearbox on this it drove like no other F1 he's ever driven. He said it was so tight and so crisp, which, I mean, if you've driven an F1 transmission, like we were just talking about on the Artronic, you have to cut it a little bit of slack. I mean, it was a big deal for back in the day.
Classic right there.
What is going on?
No other Ferrari sounds like that. Can you honk the horn for me? That is classic. Now this is obviously too old for me to, buy this and use it for the channel, but I wanted this car so bad. Look at that engine. The real reason why I'm here is to talk to these guys about a replacement for the Scuderia. So what are the options? We're thinking if we want to keep it in the Ferrari family, which a lot of our viewers do like Ferrari because they loved my wide body 458. So there's been a huge outcry for build another 458. In fact, get my old one back, but that's never gonna happen. So I could get another 458. What do you guys think of that? Drop a comment below. We get a 458 and we start from the ground and completely build the car even crazier than what I did with my old car. Or the option is skip that, you know, because it's been done, and go right into a 488 GTB. Ferrari Maserati Vancouver has what would be considered a higher mileage one. They have one with 36,000 kilometers.
What?
Yeah, and it's on for 376, which to me is a steal. Anything under 400 grand in Canada for a 488, it's cheap.
Mm-hmm. What else is in the mix?
I don't know. We thought about getting something like this, but I just don't know that a GT3 RS. Does a GT3 RS cut it, guys?
What about GT3? Rear wheel drive.
I've thought about that, but
that one's too nice. You can't.
It needs
you
a
can't
big crazy. It's got to be crazy. Again, this is almost like the Scud problem. Like, what do you do to it?
Right. Yeah.
Like, you're not about to start hacking up a car that's already a special car. What else would you suggest? Like, this is where you come in handy.
Okay,
you sell
so
cars. It
doesn't have to be rear wheel drive, obviously, then.
No, I mean, it could be all-wheel drive. We just need crazy, buildable, that the internet's gonna love and appreciate. What are the top brands? We have Ferrari, Lamborghini.
You owe it to Porsche to try Porsche.
I owe it to Porsche. I don't owe anybody anything.
You do.
This is the vote. Porsche, another Lamborghini, which I doubt, a Ferrari, what Ferrari, or McLaren. Could get a 720.
Then what are you gonna do to that?
I don't know.
So much tech.
It's not easy, is it? When you think about it, you run out of options really quick. After $500,000, it doesn't go anywhere. There's one or two decent cars, but then it's already done, like a 675 LT, or it goes right into like the millions. And then when you're in $1 million cars, what are you doing to build them? I don't know, man. I'm feeling a 458 almost. We might have to get you guys to bring that black one back with the higher mileage.
I think that would just make a lot of sense.
Tear it apart.
It's black, simple. Put whatever wrap you're gonna put on it.
Yeah. Did you guys see anything in here that like really caught your eye and you were like, well, even that car right there in Silver Arrow would be a really good build car for the next 6 months to a year? Nothing lasts that long. It's YouTube. You guys get bored easy. You gotta keep it interesting. A whole nother relationship with, you got your wife to entertain and keep interested, and now you got a whole audience.
200,000? What are you at now?
330 something. Yeah, I don't know. We're doing good, guys. DD family. It's a lot of friends. Hey, brother, I'm out of here.
Keep it all love.
Yeah.
No hating.
No hating. Dinner time for me. I gotta go home to wifey. Smash the subscribe button. Vote below what you guys think should be the next make and model of supercar that I could potentially get from Silver Arrow, or you know, get them to hunt a car down for me. We got to figure something out. These guys want to go home. Peace.